The Samsung Galaxy S20 FE has been a huge success for the company, so much so that according to a recent report, Samsung has managed to sell over 10 million units of this phone globally. Now, naturally, Samsung wants to continue to ride this wave of success, and what better way to follow this up with a new model? That's right, Samsung has just launched the Galaxy S21 FE 5G in India, and it follows the same formula as before by offering flagship level specifications at a much more affordable price. Now, we've got our hands on the retail unit, so let's take a look at what you get in the box and also a first look at the phone itself. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and also hit that bell icon so you're the first to know whenever we have a new video. The packaging of the S21 FE is minimalistic. You get a plain, slim white box with symbols from the camera app embossed on it. Now inside we have the phone placed right on the top in the usual plastic wrapping, and as you can tell, this is the black or graphite color variant. Now let's keep it aside and see what else is there. You get the SIM eject tool, and inside this little paper sleeve is the USB Type-C to Type-C cable and some warranty and instruction pamphlets. In true flagship fashion, you don't get a charger in the box, which used to be bundled on the previous FE edition phones. Now compared to the Galaxy S20 FE 5G, the Galaxy S21 FE 5G doesn't change the game in any major way, mostly because the previous phone was already packed to the gills with features. Instead, we get more evolutionary changes in terms of the design and an updated SoC. Now the big design change can be seen on the back of the phone with this camera module, which resembles the Galaxy S21 series quite a bit. Now the back is still plastic, but the display does get Gorilla Glass Victus for better scratch protection. The metal frame feels sturdy, and here you'll find the power and volume buttons on the right and the USB port and the dual SIM tray on the bottom. Now there's no headphone jack here. Overall, the Galaxy S21 FE 5G is fairly slim and definitely lighter at 177 grams compared to its predecessor. Now the graphite color does make the design feel a little boring, but thankfully there are brighter shades to choose from. In the front, we have a large and bright 6.4-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X display with a 120Hz refresh rate. Now the display is flat on all sides and has relatively slim bezels too. You get a 32-megapixel selfie camera in the hole punch cutout and an in-display optical fingerprint sensor. The display looks great in the short time I've been using it, with good colors and sharpness. The fingerprint sensor also works very well, and the 120Hz does make usage feel very snappy. The next big change in the new model is the SoC. The Samsung Galaxy S21 FE 5G features an Exynos 2100 SoC, which is the same chip found in Samsung's flagship S21 series. We were really hoping to see the Snapdragon 888 SoC in the Indian unit, especially considering the S20 FE 5G had the Snapdragon 865. Nevertheless, it's still a flagship SoC, and we'll be putting it through its paces in the full review. Now, one thing worth noting is that the S21 FE 5G doesn't have a hybrid dual SIM slot, which the S20 FE 5G had. Now, this means you can't expand the internal storage. On the software front, the Galaxy S21 FE 5G ships with One UI 4 out of the box, which is based on Android 12. The new version has a subtle design tweaks throughout the interface and menus, but overall looks and feels very familiar. A lot of the features from the S20 FE 5G are carried over to the S21 FE 5G. There's IP68 rating for dust and water resistance, Samsung Pay with NFC, and wireless DeX mode. It even gets the same battery capacity of 4500 mAh with 25-watt fast wired charging, 15-watt fast wireless charging, and reverse wireless charging support. It's a similar story with the cameras too. The Galaxy S21 FE 5G has 3 rear cameras on the back with the same resolution as the S20 FE 5G. Now the cameras include a 12-megapixel primary, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, and an 8-megapixel telephoto with 3x optical zoom. There's still a lot of testing to be done, but so far the cameras seem pretty competent. Now at first glance, the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE 5G doesn't really seem like a major upgrade over its predecessor. And from what I can tell so far, the major changes only seem to be the design and of course the upgraded SoC. Now, as far as pricing goes, I don't really have the final end user price because we shot this before the official announcement. but I'm hoping that it's not too far off from what the S20 FE 5G is currently priced at. So that's been it for our quick unboxing and first look at the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE 5G. Stay tuned for the full review coming up very soon only on Gadgets 360.